was hard, but. Perfect, yeah, just let us know so that when you've arranged it and you have your first one with you, just let me know.
We're just gonna raise this motion or something.
And that and we will make sure that we have a vote on the dock waiting. Take you guys out to the dark side, maybe do a little bit like before on the dock, and like this is my end, this is what I'm about to do, and then we can go ahead and take it down.
Did you ever find the scissors?
Awesome. Cool.
We've got 3 different tops.
There's probably one in here.
Not yet, no.
What do you think? We're into this bit.
You want to cover something?
If possible, that amazing. Amazing.
It's fine, it's like I
There we go.
Okay, great. Thank you for having a presentation.
Well, thanks for coming out. There you go, that's a good idea.
Apologies. There's a good thing.
Well, that one's good for us because they sponsor us.
love it.
It's one flag.
Yeah, I have a black electrical shirt.
Yeah,
Maybe on it.
You didn't want the AC flag. That's good. I can.
The regulars are
The regulars are. Yeah. That one's good because we're not.
Are right here. This is Reem.
Oh, awesome. Nice to meet you.
This is she is the one competitor. And Mo,
I'm
yes.
happy to be here. Good to be here.
This is the male competitor. Mo Barrett. And we also have a television version. She's fourth course today. It's on Zen message.
Yes.
They're all nice. They're like, it's nice.
Sometimes we get that around 5:45, 6.
Yeah. It's light around the side.
Wow.
Was National Day 25th or 26th of February. But
We're trying to get that.
Well, we gotta deliver this message also.
Hey, Kevin, how you doing? We don't even have Dan available
And also, I mean, a couple of.
We need to do one with the.
Willing to go to everybody now.
Let's change the camera over.
Great. Yes.
My name is difficult to say.
That's kind of what we.
Let's do it by the side, yes. Okay. Right, good.
And we are broadcasting live on YouTube right now as well.
Nice
Be
for,
really, really careful what we said.
nice for.
Yeah, that's what's true this morning.
So,
What?
you give us a
Like
look.
Stuart?
Why
I know we'll be getting out of
Yeah,
this.
That's what's good. So the blinds are at the end.
Yes.
Great.
I actually told him that.
That's good.
That was
job.
my job.
Yeah, that's a good job. Great. Waiting for you now. Let's see.
Just come over a little bit off me and get you one sandwich. Right, that's it.
TV's really glaring, so maybe you guys can do that.
Can we move it across the other a little bit?
Let me just go. Just wait.
Okay, so it's like out again, because the TV's like sparking. This is nice.
Just keep it right there first.
Okay, guys, look here.
Say, can you open the door for us, please?
Yeah, please, yeah, great, lovely.
Just keep it right there.
Great job.
Keep it right there first. Keep it right there. Right in there. Okay. Nice. Keep it there. Keep good. Good. Got this. Come on. Keep it right there. Just keep it right there. Good.
I'm ready to have this shooting video.
Yeah. Okay. Just bring it down. Good. Good.
Come on. Just. Thank you.
Shall we get started?
Yes, I think so.
How many is for anybody here from friends?
Reem, Cove, and Howard, and Reem, if you would this day, we'll kind of do a repeat of this morning. We are the television live for our channels over there. So if you wouldn't mind glancing up every once in a while on the screen, talking to the public. In addition, of course.
Yeah, and okay if they come.
Thanks.
That's your shout out?
No, it's a very informal press
Yeah,
conference,
that's
so please make yourself comfortable, and Stuart, I'll turn it over to you.
I'd like to welcome you guys to this really exciting event that we've got going on here, based in Nassau, Bahamas. We are at Stuart Cove, and our team here are very honored to help facilitate these very brave couple who are going down to attempt to surpass the world record for longest scuba dives. Both male, female, male with shark, and potentially female with shark. The female record stands at Reem?
Was 52, the last one.
52.25. Reem is going to try to reach 52.25, and then Mo is going to try to reach 73 hours underwater without surfacing. And you can imagine what they need to do underwater. So it's not an easy thing to do. So at this point, I'd like to introduce Al, who can maybe tell a little bit about our brave people here.
Yeah,
Sorry, Al, can you just go in front of the mic?
right. And then I'm a marathon DC or Al for sure. I'm the team leader for these guys, and that's Mark. He's the head coach, training the guys. Mubarak was Reem's coach. So the way this thing came about was Reem calls me up. I'm also the CEO of Brave Middle East. So Reem calls me up and says, "Hey Al, I'd like to get sponsored. I'm a raid diver, and I want to, do the longest dive underwater." And I was like, "Okay, what do you need, from a raid point of view?" She's like, "Well, I need you guys to, organize the team for me if you can. Start me out doing some training," and she was going to do it in Egypt. The next day, I got a call from William Klein, who I didn't mention this. I also represent Stuart, Cove in the Middle East. So William calls me. I was like, "Hey, Al, have you heard of Reem?" And I was like, "Yeah, she called me last night. You know, what's going on?" And he goes, "How can we get involved?" I was like, "Well, she's doing it in Egypt, and she needs sponsorship." And they go, "Well, you know what? We've got the means to do all the logistics, and we'd like to get involved, and we'd love to host you guys here." So thanks, Stuart, for this. You've really, you know, exceeded expectations in what we were getting here. This is absolutely wonderful what you guys are doing. But this would have never happened without your support. I know that for sure. Then we organized a team. Mark came down from Australia in January. Barrett was training her for a while. Mark came down from Australia in January to continue on the training. And Barrett goes and says, well, she encouraged him that he was like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to break the male record as well. So instead of one record, it's going to be 2 records. And Reem is doing this for a cause that if you're a woman, girl, anything, you can do what you put your mind to. So she's always said, we can do it. You know, it's in the Middle East, this is a male-dominant sport. And there aren't a lot of female instructors, so she just wants to put out there that whatever you put your mind to it, no matter what, you know, women and men are equal in abilities. And the proof here is they're both doing it at the same time. So she encouraged the male to do what she's doing. So this is, you know, the other way around. So
Maybe we could have Reem and speak a few words and talk a little bit about their experience.
Ladies first.
Okay.
First of all, I want to thank Stuart and William and Captain Mark for supporting me and being my sponsor. And I don't want to forget Waterproof. They gave me something that helped me very underwater. And also to Reem, the dry suit that they customized for us, and shark armor. And I hope that we're gonna break the world records and reach the time that I wanna go to it. I'm thinking to go ahead for 100. Just wish me luck.
Yes. How do you say good luck in Arabic?
I need luck. بالتوفيق. But inshallah.
Inshallah. I would like to thank the whole sponsors and also through all the difficulties that we have been through here with Stuart Cove. Yes, we can do it. And this is a message for the women, the whole world, and also for all people. Yes, we can do it.
And we just like to thank all the people that are helping us out. We got Waterproof that provided these amazing dry suits to keep them warm underwater and do that. We want to thank Shark Armor. They're providing the sharks chain on, and Sandy Fort for providing accommodation for the team for the duration stay in the Bahamas for this event. And we'd also like to thank Dan for providing medical advisory for the team. And you know, they're 24 hours, 24/7 assistance. You know, whenever we need them, just give them a call. And Dr. Jim Kazinki is the person from Dan that's giving all the advice, and they've been great throughout this whole process.
And I want to thank the team that are going to work with us, because they will have a hard time with us underwater because they are going back and forth, you know, ascending and descending and changing. We will change the tanks, but they will get to take the tanks and to the surface, changing the tanks, and bringing new tanks.
Yeah, there's a team of 50 people.
50 people
that are like including support divers and boat drivers and skippers and engineers and safety personnel and that are doing this, and that's all, you know, all been provided by Stuart Cove. So you know, they get a big thank you, you know, and recognition for this they do believe in the cause, and that's the thing. We didn't even approach them. They're the ones that called us and said, "Look, we believe in this, and we want to do it." So that's thanks.
Well, it's a real pleasure from our side. Our team are very excited about this. We always like something different to do, and God bless you guys staying underwater for 3 days, 4 or 5 days. To me, that sounds like I go out of my mind. I'll do a couple hours safety stuff and with you all, but I'm certainly not staying more than an hour. I mean, that doesn't sound very difficult, but that.
Yeah, you need to clear your mind just to do this kind of, events. Yeah, you need to, let's say, not relaxing, thinking how to spend the next hour without any problems, any things that this,
Sorry, question?
Anybody from Guinness?
No, this is called a self-certified record. We have to submit a rather extensive series of documentation to the Guinness people. There has to be a continuously running time-coded camera that records the event and is witnessed by 2 people. So every hour, those 50 people he was talking about are rotating through 24 hours a day, and they're signing a log with every time they come up. But we actually have to provide them with a time-coded 70-hour, 60-hour, whatever the duration is, video feed. So we have an entire surface support vessel out there that's running time-coded video cameras underwater of their attempt. So that's the only way you can do it without having an official here. And I also want to thank Sandyport has a resort here in the Bahamas that has offered to provide kind of an after-party recuperation, relaxation for them, and they're definitely going to need it. And I'd like to ask Vernon to come up for a minute and say a few words, because that is going to be such an important part of their recovery process after they come out of the water.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vernon Moss, Chairman of the Sandyport Beaches Resort. First of all, I'd like to thank Stuart Cove for asking us to partner along with him in this venture, and congratulate all the divers. And after 3 days, we invite you to come to Sandyport to relax.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for providing the rooms. It's fantastic.
You're gonna see him in 3 days. You're gonna see me in 4 days.
From the training agency's point of view, at RAID where I work, my job is to oversee the training that they're doing and see if there's any little holes I can pick up where I can add a bit of experience in there to help them across the line with the attempt that they're doing. I will say on the outset, I would never attempt this personally. Firstly, I'm too old, but it's a real challenge. Anyone who's sat in a bath for an hour realises how wrinkly you get in a bath. Imagine if you sat in that bath for 3 days, and then imagine your whole body is immersed under pressure, 6 or 7 meters underwater for 3 days. It's got all sorts of medical challenges, all sorts of psychological challenges as well. The biggest one will be the psychological challenge. So I know that our regional officers all around the world are watching you guys, and they've all sent their votes of support, and I'll be sending them information as we go. They'll all be watching the live feed as well. So good luck.
The last will give us the way we create some income for the team. That's what I said.
On exchange of views.
Oh yes, yeah. The Italians from RAID set a world record with the longest chain of scuba divers underwater. I can't remember how many there was, but it was a line of people as far as you could see on scuba gear. So RAID has already overseen 1 world record. So this one's 4 world records in one go.
This is my message. There's instructors in the Middle East. They're going to play close with
The Middle East are setting the bar very, very high. So I'd just like to thank everybody and everyone involved, Stuart, Cove, and particularly William, all the work you've done, fantastic. And there's people in the background, too many to think, but they know who they are. Whatever the outcome is, everyone's done a fantastic job, and good luck to the 2 participants. I have all faith in you guys.
Just so everybody knows, we have a live video broadcast that's going to be done every single day underwater. Some will be narrated by Stuart and others will just be individual live feeds. The general feed times are 10 a.m. Eastern, of course, 2 o'clock, and then 5 o'clock. There'll be some other ones that'll be accompanied that. We have a website set up specially for that. It's stuartcove.com/Team Reem, all in lowercase, TEAMREEM. If you go there, you can find our Facebook links, you can find our YouTube links, but it's all being broadcast on YouTube as well as this press conferences. And over the next several days, we'll actually be broadcasting live at 2 o'clock today from the site when they go in the water.
Can you remind us of the 4 records that you were going for today?
Longest shark dive, longest underwater scuba dive with sharks, male. Longest underwater scuba dive with sharks, female. And then the longest underwater scuba dive, and then longest underwater scuba dive, male and female. Like both the dives and then another one plus with sharks. They're actually diving. The site is at the Shark Arena, and there's going to be sharks all like
24/7.
Multitasking,
Yeah.
women do so well.
And actually be sleeping in the shark cage at night, which I find quite fascinating.
Yeah.
So, and we'll have some great media ops for you guys. If you want to come out on the boat, you can take some photos, but we'll have some feeds available via our YouTube channels as well.
Okay. So if I can get Ms. Reem in the middle of all of you gentlemen, you know, she's
the jewel. She's the jewel.
Okay, so Ms. Reem, thanks so much for being here. Take us back. When did you fall in love with scuba diving?
You know, it's in our family. My grandfather is also.
he was like a captain of like a dhow.
Yeah,
And they used to like pearl throwback, so it's been
Yeah,
distributed.
so it's in the family thing. But I mean, I like. Hey. Okay,
I
I
was
mean,
just gonna tell me in Arabic, I'll translate.
okay,
Make
now
it-
you come next.
Just make it easier a little bit.
يعني هو بالعائلة generation كذي أنا أحب الغواص وأحاول أطلع المسج through my scuba diving.
It's been in her family for years. Her great grandfather was owned a dhow, and they used to go out for pearl diving, and it's just been passed down in the males. And she just loves the water, so she decided and became a scuba instructor. So she decided to bring that message to women
Through the thing that I like.
through the things that she likes.
So this month, March, is International Women's Month. So everyone around the world is going to be watching you. Women are all rallied up and we're all the women power this month. I'm sure you know, I Am Malala was on National Geographic last night. What is your message to women in the Middle East, women in Africa, women in the Bahamas? What do you want us to take from this experience?
The message is that the headline of the message is yes, we can do it. I mean, I would like to motivate the whole women in the whole world
To like get women around the world to do whatever they want without any barriers, without any restrictions. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. Don't let anyone kick you down.
Don't hesitate. Don't make any walls of fear around you. Just break the ice and do it. Because we can do it.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Any other questions? There'll be a photo op afterwards.
That's one last question. So the Bahamas, this was your first time in our waters, in our waters. I'm sure you've heard sorts of great things about it. How do you feel? What are you looking to see?
شنو السؤال هذا ليش في البهاماس؟
Bahamas, أول مرة في البهاماس. شايف.
شنو بدي أشوف؟
I
already been.
My
We've been through the water and we checked the gate, and also I saw the water down there. It's amazing, and I just love Bahamas. It's really excellent. The people and everybody here is great. And then
yeah, she's had a walk and down. We went to Port Charlotte.
The Rum Festival, right?
And it was just, there's a lot of culture there, and it was beautiful. Like, they don't want to leave. I had to drag them out so that they get some rest.
we are thinking to buy a house here, huh?
Yeah. There was also a team, another team that they supported us there.
Yeah, there was also like
there's a team we met them there.
The Ministry of Tourism graciously provided escorts for them at the airport. So it was a wonderful way they were welcomed into our countries.
Awesome, good. I think we're good.
I would just like to point out one thing that I forgot. I'd really like to thank the Life for Key Hospital and Dr. Dean and Dr. Kuntz and the Bahamas Hyperbaric Chamber. They have been helping and gratis. And they've checked these athletes out. And as soon as they come up, we're going to take them right to the clinic, to the hospital, so to make sure that they're healthy and rehydrate them, do what they need to do. And they've been most accommodating. And they're standing by in case of a problem, decompression problem, if they have to go in the chamber. If there's a medical problem, they're standing by to help them lend their assistance.
Yeah,
So big kudos to them.
Yeah, they checked their heart with sonars, and they did a whole baseline check, blood tests, everything to make sure that when they come out, they'll do the same test again, check their neurological test to make sure they're thinking probably. So they did the test now. When they're healthy and they go in the water, they come back, they'll do the same test to make sure that they're fine and they're at the same baseline.
And the chamber gave a wonderful kind of orientation last night too, as well, and showed her how it works and where she has to go and what to do.
One last question, you mentioned that there's going to be a live broadcast. How many people are watching this around the world?
It's on YouTube and it's on our YouTube channel. We have 400,000 fans on Facebook. We broadcast everything that we do over our Facebook channel to get the word out. We also have a PR agency out of Phoenix that's been working behind the scenes and sending out releases every time we do the broadcast. So, it's potentially in the millions of people that can see it. And it's all on YouTube and it's publicly available. The feeds are actually from the dock in high definition, so you can pick them up for media purposes. On the boat, they'll probably be closer to, like you see on the news, where they're a little smaller screens just because the resolution's a little low. Which brings up a very good point. The folks at BTC have been amazing. They actually sent out technicians yesterday and today and got up on the tower and physically changed the antenna. So if your cell doesn't work over here, that's why. No. They actually changed the antenna orientation so that out on the site we have the highest data possible for the actual live broadcast. That was only possible by BTC. They just did it out of the kindness of their heart.
Yeah.
So,
What are some of the benefits that we can see actually? Do you think that we're going to get like a surge of new divers or?
Well, from our point of view at RAID, all our regional offices around the world, we're in 75 countries now, they're all watching this, and it will be publicised through all their social media and through all their websites. So it's really hard to gauge how many people are going to see this, but a lot of non-divers will be watching this as well. Because this anything with the Guinness World Record on it gets media coverage for starters, and anything in diving that's unusual gets good media coverage, and it's an interesting thing for people.
I can tell you from Stuart's perspective, we went to the Middle East a couple of years ago at Alice Encourage, and he hosted us at his home, and we got to experience this really warm, incredible sensation of really just a completely different culture that we don't understand. And we kind of really fell in love with the whole culture and the experience. And when this opportunity came up, I can honestly say there was no hesitation. He said, absolutely, let's do it. And sometimes you do things just because you feel that it's a good thing. And it would be wonderful we get millions of people. It doesn't really matter. We're doing what we think is right from a company standpoint. He has the ability to do something like this, and I think that's really admirable, Stuart. Because his call to him was like, done. Didn't matter what the cost was.
Well, it's an easy call for me because this country has given us so much, and my family here, my dive family, and we have such a beautiful, as far as I'm concerned, we have the most diverse and best diving in the world. And it's an opportunity for us as a company to share it with the world.
Yeah.
And the media, you guys are all invited to go diving if you like. Just
Yeah.
let us know. We'll go ahead and get you in the water if you want. So.
I'm not certified.
We can fix that.
Turns out we don't use it.
Yeah.
Easy.
So we're
Yeah, I
closer.
can't even, we were just telling our colleagues, like, she's the first making an Olympian swimmer, our boss. I can't even dive, like, this is the water. I can't even get, like, past right here. I'm just at the surface trying to get down. She's like, you have to breathe through your nose. I was like, oh, that's what you do.
So we have someone just joined us.
From,
The trivia.
oh, great, thanks for being here.
Put a cost under the price
Sean
of the
from the
overall
Tribune.
project.
Oh, I don't think we want to do that. The cost is, we're just grateful to have this event happen here. It really doesn't matter what it costs. I think the message of women's suffrage around the world and showing that a single mother of two can survive in the middle of East, and that's the kind of message we want to get out, and I don't think you can put a price on that.
Diving is kind of a universal language. It crosses all barriers, and we saw that
Yes.
sitting in those rooms. It was a really neat thing.
Right, smile.
Just come in some more.
We're going to put Vernon in for the standing board.
Sure.
Standing board.
If they're done,
Okay.
Stuart, if y'all are done with the press conference, you can move the mic to the picture.
Just for a second.
Do you want to leave that?
Yeah,
we can leave that.
Tomorrow.
We're not doing one thing, but come forward to thank you.
Okay.
Right, let's get guys.
Oh, yes. And me,
Sabrina?
yeah. Great, thank you.
One great after party. Looking forward to that. No problem.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So that'll conclude the press conference, other than photo ops. And then we're going to progress at 2 o'clock with our plans to go out and vote. So if you need any meeting, you'd like to come back. But anytime today or tomorrow, I'll be happy to accommodate you. There's a lot of work to do, so they gotta go. Can we get you guys some lunch? If you guys would like to stick around for the 2 o'clock lunch, you're welcome to have lunch on your grill. Just walk up and tell them what you'd like, okay? Hamburgers, hot dogs, all that stuff.
Okay, but what is 5 days? Yeah, it's
Do you like any more photographs?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the lines, we'll get moving.
Yeah, great, thank you so much. This, go on YouTube, live broadcasting from London Sea. This is against, yeah, they're gonna be down like 3 days. 3 days. Okay, so you want them in their kit? Oh, you want them in their kit?
I'm gonna teach you a couple of secrets here. How to put these on properly. Just pull it on anyway. Don't worry. Just roll it up. Doesn't matter if it rolls out. Because you stretch it. You see how it goes like that? Once you've got it on.
Now we're preparing our stuff.
Because we'd like to do a picture, we'd like to do a picture.
We know we're just preparing
See it on
for
Rebels?
just
Pull it out on Rebels.
I think
Let's pull it out. See how that's squeezing in?
no, we're gonna just prepare and I'll go back to.
Squeeze it in. You can feel how tight it is. Then you have to get that back to these 3.
Here.
See, we'll affect the circulation.
That'll go to my.
Yes. I think that I want to clean.
Because what you don't want is your hands to get done. Like the sweet.
So,
Let's do one. Let's see how we go.
this is the only place that nobody can call. Nobody
It'll
will
make it easier to get over.
and nobody will take anything from you.
So you want to get through stuff?
Yes, very cute. Yeah, very cute and
No, they're saying it's for DD.
They are going to be doing an amazing
Okay,
accomplishment.
this is for you. You want the left to right on the picture, right? Where's your pen?
So there.
Oh, you're going to. Yes,
You
yes.
know?
So on your left to right.
Okay, so let's do the same on the other wrist.
You can take it.
Sure.
So I don't know if this is relevant or not, but it might be kind of a cool thing to mention at some point, either maybe with Haley or me or someone. The last night Mala was, they did the whole release of the space shuttle, the Richard Branson thing. Today Scott Kelly comes back on orbit because he's had such a focus on the since he's been in space. One record finishing, one everyone starts in different.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it would be cool because I don't know.
Is he coming here?
Then we've got.
Richard Scott Kelly will be in the Bahamas with them. Because he had the whole thing with
They get him up here, but he just came back to space. I didn't realize.
He's coming in today. Like he's leaving his orbit today, right now.
That's really cool.
500 and something days in space.
Team leader, yeah, around here.
So you're gonna go with the next?
Always that way.
If you wait like 2 hours, you're
Yeah, we're
serious.
gonna do that. I think first-
Okay, folks, stay tuned. We're gonna be live again back about 2 o'clock when we get ready to go in the water.